Oxygen not included. Let's get right into it. This is the hard play. We have the difficulty cranked up to the highest possible. And it's not that bad. Just have the duplicants starving all the time, that's all. And we're on the beta planetoid, which is quite fun. Got some synthesis gas. Got some helium, but did not do anything with the helium yet. Synthesis gas is as good as hydrogen for keeping a room cool or hot, depending what you want to do. But it's not a waste of energy. So hydrogen you can use for power, but synthesis gas not. So if you want to cool down a room, use synthesis gas instead. That's the only use for it. It's in the game, but not enabled by the vanilla. And so much for that. Alright, so here we are with the with a failed colony. We're back here in the rocket. This is the flight of shame. We could not make it. But doesn't matter. Let's look at the colony here and see if there's something to do. Right, so this should enable the feedage again. Yes, the feedage is enabled. We see the igneous rock dropping down here. There's a lot of igneous rock coming out now. Very good. Very nice. Good critters there, there, and there. So this should fill up the critters again so we can eat barbecue again. Let's look at the food. Barbecue we have. Berry sludge. Oh, we don't need to eat up any longer. Let's disable that. We want to save it up for the rocket flight. Good. So clay is getting delivered here. Just good. We're cooking up a storm here with a kiln. Hopefully letting the temperature rise a little bit. We had a big leakage accident here. But temperature is contained again. Yeah, that wasn't good for the plants. Right. It's too hot here probably. Yes. Body temperature way too hot. Thimble read 50 degrees. You have to cool it down again. Let's look at the cooling loop. Cooling loop is running. It's never getting skipped into the bypass because it's way too hot. 20 degrees. And wait a minute. No, I have the right overlay. 30 degrees, 40 degrees, 50 degrees. We need to run more coolant. Apparently, so let's do that. Let's have it go again. Then the coolant will end up inside, excuse me. Coolant will end up inside these reservoirs. If I can find them. Here. Good. And then when the coolant is cooled down, but I'm not sure if that works. Let's look at the insides of the coolant. 43 degrees. I don't have any heat exchange. I'll probably need a fluid there. And it's going to exchange with everything. Let's go. Hauling point. How much would be good? Not sure. Also, do I have room for a basin? Did I mess up the build? I think I messed up the build. Let's deconstruct the shutoff and put it there instead. Deconstruct. Good. That way I can have a basin. Like so. And then I can put some fluid in there. A lot of fluid, and just to exchange heat. Let's do mercury. It's already hot though. Let's do oil. I'm pretty sure the oil that we got is at a good temperature. Let's do 100 key. 100 key is fine. Liquid oil. Liquid crude oil. Nearby drop, nearby spill, nearby bottle. Here we go. And then we need to work on the rocket as well. I need a dedicated rocket for going into space and digging out things with a diamond drill cone. Good. Liquid shut off, liquid shut off, liquid shut off. From gold here. I need power and automation. Good. I'm gonna have a button here. Right next to it. Signal switch. And automation wire as well. Go like so. And then it needs some power. Can take power from anywhere here. Power is running through the ceiling there. Let's use that. Which is... Which is whatever. Let's just do this. I don't care. Good. This is not a living area, so we can have a little bit of a spaghetti going on here. It's not too bad. Switch can be switched off. Automation can be connected. Good. Right. The temperature inside is too hot for the plants. Thimbleweed needs 37 max degrees Celsius. So that is good. But the coolant is coming in and is getting used up. Right, let's have another batch running right away until it figures itself out. Ooh. Wait, what? Here. There we go. We have to just cool it down until it's the right temperature manually, and then we can just do the percentage that is working for the system. I cut the water intake because the water is very hot. And it's also very permanent. So we have an overflow here happening now. We should have an overflow happening here. No. The loop is full. And the loop just stays full. But the reservoir here with the coolant is completely filled up. So we should have some overflow. Where is the overflow? There is an empty pipe segment. Yeah, sometimes we're taking water for the farm. At least something is working here. Wait. Body temperature illumination. So what's the problem now? Oh, we don't have power. Eh? How come we don't have power? That is not normal. Oops, power glitch. Yeah. We have to check this out. So is this taking in? Yeah, so this should be done. Yeah. Something like that. This should be going. Yeah. This needs to fill up first before we can start doing our thing again. Or was it the other way around? I don't know. I'm not sure. Which one is the right one? Yes. Yeah, I don't know. It messed up its automation, but now it seems to be working again. That's always when you load a game, there's a chance that the power distributor will glitch out. So you manually have to shut off and go again. So we have power again here, very good. But what about the temperature there? How come we're not taking some of the temperature? Oh, it's too cold. It's too cold. Right. Also, we can deconstruct these. Keep on making this streamlined. And then we can deconstruct the stuff there as well. But it's too hot. Weird. Or too cold, rather. The water is 25 degrees. Starvation. Who is starving? The soup here, because they're not allowed to eat things, I guess. Grub for preserve. Consumables. The new duplicant. Quickly, before they die. Wait, they're allowed to eat everything. Are they stuck? What are they doing? Oh man. Get out of there. Teleport. Good. Yeah, you want food. Here we are. Coming out there. Making a mess. And breaking everything here. But that's actually alright. If you had to make a mess, then here is the place to do it. Fast. Quickly, run. They're not very fast. But they're gonna make it. Pop the eardrums. Oops. Do we still have open doors? I don't think so. Good, we're going. We're running. We're grabbing some barbecue. And we should find a seed here somewhere. Assigned. Good. There's even some berry sludge. Right, so where are they gonna sleep? Here maybe? I don't know. They're gonna grab this bed probably. Or one of those beds. Which is all assigned. That is strange. Had some water pouring down. I'm not sure from where. Still have some ice melting and I don't know where. But that's alright. Idle, soup carry. Soup carry is idle. Yeah, we're still on the way home. Should I make this into a dedicated research thing? We're standing in the radiation for no reason. Good, let's do some research while we're flying. I'm not sure if we even need more data banks. Yeah, I guess we do. But I don't know how many we have. Let's look at the data banks. None. Very good. So let's build that research station. Orbital data collection. Cannot build anything in here because there's a bed. Deconstruct the bed. Good. Right. I'm gonna redo this rocket into a proper colonization rocket. With a pilot, brings the colonist and then taxis back and forth maybe. Maybe, but all the resources are in here. Maybe not then. Maybe the Red Bolt engine rocket should be the taxi rocket. Gonna try that then. Good. Yeah, radiation is a problem. They stand here. They stand here and they're idle. Unbelievable. Good. Hopefully they're not gonna be idle any longer. No, they don't have a bed. Should I build them a bed? If I build them a bed, I don't have a Great Hall any longer. They're bumped out as is. 48. Let's see if they remove the stress. No, it's gone up. It's going up. Low morale. Right. Data. Forever. Low morale. I hope they're getting home before it's too late. I hope they arrive at home before it's too late. Deodorizer is here. For no reason. I think gas-wise this planet is now pretty good. We still have some... Well, actually this doesn't matter too much. Do we need the grub fruits any longer? Yeah, I don't think so. Let's keep them in the farms for no reason. But these we're gonna deconstruct. And not needed. Let's get rid of them. And we don't need this electrolyzer setup either. It can be here on hold until we have the power needs. What about the oxygen though? Auxiliary oxygen is still coming in all the time. Starvation again. Why? Why? Don't have barbecue. Alright. Consumables, berry sludge allowed. Here we go. Berry sludge is allowed now. Good. We don't have lumber any longer. What about our lumber delivery system? If it's lumber, it's dropping down. And then should get grabbed and put into storage. Now the only place left for storage is up here, so let's do that. Shipping, and it's going to be a conveyor acceptable. Will that work even? Unloads. Can it be loaded? Probably not. This can be loaded and taken out of. Maybe. Let's try if this is working or not. Let's leave room for another one. Good. And then we're gonna see if we can get the lumber from the floor. Put it there. Do we even have lumber anymore? Probably used everything up. Get electromercury phosphate nodules. Right. Lumber. 0. Fantastic. That's not good. It's not hot enough and you're lacking lumber. Should have a dedicated lumber farm to feed these guys. Meanwhile, the polluted is still up high. Let's see. No, we're still good there. Still good there. More starvation? Why don't you eat a berry sludge? Should be on their way. Good. The farms need to fill up again. Because it's not great. Let's turn this on. And all these critter thingies are very good. We're going to have 3 critters here. An ordering of the surplus, so the other farms can fill up a little bit better. This will be 3 critters. I need to spread the critters out a little bit. And use up energy to get them up and running again. So we can live off the barbecue. This colony here lives off grapefruit preserve, barbecue, cooked seafood. Yeah, they're in a way better place. That's the thing. You should always do this here. Always do that. Good. I wonder if we can keep on working on our rocket projects, or if we have to put out the flames. Let's look at the electrolyzers. It's pretty hot. Pretty hot. But the cooling loop is coming in. Should we do another batch right away? I think yes. Yeah, I think yes. Activation time. Keep on going, please. And we had to cool down this area here as well. That loses us a lot of cool energy. minus 10 degrees, and here we're heating up rapidly. This is good. Looking good. It's stuck in here. Growth halted. Body temperature. Right. So, is this cooled down? I don't know. But the basin is ready. And the liquid that is there. Let's enable the auto spill. It is enabled. Remove. Wasn't enough? Yeah, it was enough. Good. Right. 35 degrees is heating up because it's exchanging in temperature with the 43 degrees inside. That's how it's supposed to be. Meanwhile, this loop is not hot enough. It would cool down, but the chamber is hot. Sorry. Lead and naphtha. That is good. Maybe get the lead out of there. Clean up the base just a little bit. Arbor trees. I think we need a lumber farm. But we don't have dirt production really. These 2 pips. Not doing anything. So what does this tree need? Irrigation, dirt and polluted water. Polluted water? What's the temperature? 40 degrees. It's much like the thimberreed. 37 or 40. Not a big difference. I kind of want to do more plastic. Pump, not a liquid. That is fine. We're looping around here now. And this is just oil. Fantastic. I could let it go. Test the system. Let's test the system. We have 1 key packages of oil. And it's going up here. And there should be some liquid. Let's look at the liquid overlay. Yes, there's liquid here everywhere. And it's kind of hot. It's getting hotter and hotter up here. So, I did not finish my I did not finish my counterflow. That is embarrassing. Is this done from iron ore? Yes. Let's try and finish this. Like so. We can deconstruct that tile. Here we go. To let everything drop down. Right, and here we're coming in. We're at 50 degrees. That's not too hot. And it's going to heat up. Now, immediately, it immediately heated up into the right amount. Did everything here cool down? No, it still looks like 450 degrees. And it's hot enough? Oh no, we don't have power. We don't have power, and so of course we're breaking the pipe. Because normally it would have worked. Good. That was a good test. And note to self: power the liquid shut off. Good. From aluminum is fine. Let's go like this. And then we can try again. So we lost a lot of ceramic with this test. That's alright. Also, we're going to build the counterflow. But this is not an achievement, this is just a vanity project. What I should do is work on the achievement. Let's get the ladder system up all the way. And then we're going to drop down here, like so. Good. This ladder then is no longer needed when we're done. Come here. Oh, not able to go through here though. Don't like that much. Is there a way through? Yes. Deconstruct this tile. Wait, where's the ladder? Here, perfect. Deconstruct. And continue on with the ladder system. There's a lot of petrol here. And it's not flowing any further, so we're gonna mop it up. Mop it up completely. And then pour out the petrol here on top somewhere. We can replace this to have a proper basin. Starvation again. Starvation here. That is not good. We might die. How long? 39 seconds. 39 seconds. Ay. Oh dear. We might have to kill the pokey. And it's a meteor shower right now. This is all not great. This is all not great. How come they ate everything there? Wait. Can I please click on my rocket? Thank you. Is there no food? So weird. No. Check them now. Schedule. Should be on a different schedule now. Carry. Combat. Don't have a grill. Should we make a grill? Good. Where is she? Did she go outside? Where is she? Oh wait, I confused the planet. I did not have to kill that. Why are we going inside there? Getting scalded. Oh, there was food. Yeah, I don't know. Good. So no need to do this during the meteor shower. Very nice. Yeah, but what about the rocket? It's ready to go. And it's ready to drill. And it's ready to be an automated driller. It's ready to be an automated driller. But it's also ready to be a colonizer. Good. So let's have it in an automated driller first before we have it in a colonizer. Should we put the pip inside to go planting? I think yes. There's a lamp here. That's all by design. It doesn't tell me where the light is shining. It needs also oxygen. Good. It needs oxygen and a pip. Let's start with the oxygen. Here it is. Why is this cut off? Why is this cut off? Do not know. Let's put all the oxygen in. And then a pip. So an automated driller. We are a colonizer. Is this engine too high? What is the capacity? Engine power 34. What does this mean? 20 tiles remaining. Well, whatever. Let's go drill. Automate it. We're gonna fill it up a little bit with the oxygen. And while we're drilling, a pip can plant all the plants. That's a good idea. So we already have everything in place there. The system. Let's get the pip in. I don't know if they lay their egg or not. Age 25. Age 30. Let's take the younger one. Wrangle. Somebody is doing it. This should have priority 7. Perfect. The thing in the rocket has the other priority there. Still have this. I don't know what to do with it. I still want to try and break the glass, even though I'm pretty sure I cannot. Good. We're coming here. Hopefully. Priority 9 on the pip. Errands. No penning errands. I missed my moment. No, I did not. Errands. Low priority, no penning delivery, huh? Yeah, I don't know. Good, but I don't understand how we're not making grubfruit here ever. This should be 2 grubfruit farms that are working perfectly. I don't know what is going on. Right, is the pip being delivered? No. Can I tell from here? And I should be able to tell from here though. Let's look at the recruiter drop off. Errands. No pending delivery. No pending delivery. Pip squeak. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, it's probably unreachable, the thing. Thing is unreachable. Good, let's get a ladder here going right now. And then he's reachable again. Good. So for some reason there's a stone hatch here. Let's wrangle them up. We got here priority 8. That means we should have priority 9 on these ones. We do. Let's copy the settings maybe. Good. There's a lot of food there. Emptying the stuff out. So we were killing the critters because of wrong settings. That's unfortunate. We have a sage hatchling. That is fortunate. And we have a lot of puffs. I don't really do puffs. But this could be an opportunity to do puffs. Right, but where? No idea. I have no clue. There is also no room. There is no room. Maybe here. I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's just let them float around. Could be nice to have them float around somewhere else though. I'm gonna build some sort of automation here. Signal switch. Just so I'm able to close the doors and lock them out. They need to float out. And float out to the left. And then they can float around here. Doors are all closed, that's alright. Good, but I think we need a double door system. And again, there's no room. Deconstruct that deodorizer, and we're gonna make room. Can I have more of this? Airflow tiles. So, I'm gonna have the door. And more automation. Switch first. Good, signal switch 9. Priority. Good. Signal switch, 9 priority. So that the door is open at first. So, and then we have a little bit of a go through here. So the puffs can be trapped inside this room, then the door can be opened, and they can float out. Good, one is already floated out. Very nice. Do they have anything else to do here? What about the space for a module? What are we gonna do here? Carry is still inside of there. This should be grounded though. Let's make it grounded. Very good. She should have a bed here. We send the new duplicant over to the original colony. That means this bed should be free. It is. I have a lot of plastic here. Should we redo the bedrooms? I think that might be a good idea. Also, we can deconstruct those things. And here could be a plastic bed. Deconstruct. Good, so we're gonna try again and colonize the planetoid. But maybe with 2 duplicates instead. So we're gonna refit this into a colonizer and not into a researcher. We might redo the interior similar to the one that we have on the intergalactic Venuset 4, because that seems to be very ideal. That seems to be extremely ideal. Does a good design. And there's still no pip. Man. What is going on? Oh, they freed themselves again. Alright. Maybe they got brought here as well. Good, let's get them going again. Wrangle. This time we should be good. Critters are filling up again. Good. Let's do the maximum size again here. And there as well. Good. The eggs should be lullabied, but they are not. What is the priority on the growing station? 8. Should be 8 everywhere. Good. And we have idle duplicates sometimes. But that's alright. Here's our counter flow. And the thing has power now. Fantastic. So we could try and get some oil in. The pump there is for petrol. So let's cut this pipe there. And the cool petrol goes into, cool, 50 degrees or so. Goes into production. Goes into production. Overflow petrol is going here. We have scaldings. That's fine. Overflow this is not overflow petrol. Should this be overflow petrol instead? No. It should not. It should go in here first to exchange heat. Is this petrol heating up forever? 200 degrees? What did it do? No, it should cool down inside the steam room. And the heat should get deleted. Good. Steam vent is emitting steam. Is the drip empty? The drip is empty. Oh dear. Oh dear. The drip is empty. That is also new. What are we dripping? Could fill it up with ethanol because it is the closest thing. I'm sure. No, I don't want to. I don't want to play with ethanol. Good, let's get it from here then. Or, wait a second. There is petrol coming from the farm. That should always fill up this space there. Scalding. Just have to live with the scalding. Sometimes I'm getting scalded. Let's fill up the drip loop because this is full and we're not harvesting the hot steam. That's a bad idea. Just always harvest the hot steam. It's a very good resource. So where I'm gonna fill up some oil from. This oil would be good, but I want to empty out all this oil there. This is a bit convoluted. The drip there is broken for some reason. Is this breaking intermittently? This is breaking intermittently. Let's look at the gases. I don't know. Let's put a smudge of naphtha there to have the drip working again. 0.1 on liquid naphtha. Here you go. Never drop, never spill, never ball. Someone's doing it? Yep. Not a lot by schedule though. Well, they're gonna get it. Here's petrol for no reason. Can we go through? Yes, we can go through. In fact, we can deconstruct all the stuff there. Except maybe that one. Cannot reach this. Yeah, the ladders there are in a bad spot. Deconstruct. Just leave this in there. And do we have some oil? Again, I need to run the oil from over here, from this liquid pump, over to our drip. Gotta cross the wires again. I can have this go up and straight instead. That will save me some. This does not need to be a ceramic. It can be anything else. Let's do igneous rock then. Good. And here as well. Good, we're crossing over. Like so. This is perfect. I don't know what all this is. Will I still need this? Probably not. Good, so what is the most straightforward way? I think continuing on this granite pipe here. Like so. But now we're gonna use igneous rock. Like so. We're going down all the way. Oops, I cancelled by accident. Genius. Let's get it going. So, and connect it up. And here we can... in fact, we can deconstruct this completely. Not sure if I'm gonna need something like that again. Probably yes, but for now, let's deconstruct it. Here as well. I don't want it. And then we can have the oil. Let's build it up. The oil be boiled into petroleum. Petroleum boiler. Not really. It's just a 1 key packages. It's gonna be 10 key. I can cut up into 10 packages there. Or even 20. So this will gunk up everything here. Or will it? So we're gonna go in here and then loop around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This needs to be bigger, this loop. Can it go like so? No. Can it go like so? Yes, I could do that. I could absolutely do that. Can I though? Gold, aluminum, it can be gold. Like so. And it goes here, then there, then here around. Wow, that's 2 additional pipe segments. Well, it's 20. That's what I wanted, isn't it? Because I wanted a little bit of a security space there. It's probably not needed. We're gonna run one at a time. 1 second every, I don't know. Let's get the automation in and also provide this with power. Meanwhile, is the Pip planting? Pip should be planting here. Oh, this is the wrong rocket, isn't it? Intergalactic Vanisat. Errands. No pending errands. Default, nobody is allowed. Somebody else grabs the errand. Maybe that's what is hindering everybody. Oh no, they got dropped off here in the wrong place, but they don't have food and everything. So this is the classic. I don't have any time any longer. Sorry, I need to grab my lunch. So then I dropped the Pip here somewhere along the way. And the Pip never reached the rocket. So they should really have the critter stop in place. Where are they getting wrangled? You're stuck at the ceiling. No, now they drop down. Good. So we have to observe this, which is terrible. How much oxygen is already in the rocket? There's a lot of oxygen in here now, and it's overpressuring. Rocket is overpressured. Accident again. We have to close this up, and we should not have forgotten about it. Shouldn't have forgotten about it, but we did. So now it's horribly overpressured. Oh man. Is it a big deal though? That is the question. Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. Too much oxygen here. Can the plant be planted here? Pressure. Growth requirements. Atmosphere. Minimum pressure they have. So they have a minimum pressure, not a maximum, hopefully. So do your thing there, Pip. Now they're hungry. I don't want to send them into space hungry. They're not gonna lay an egg. Let's just observe this. If they're laying an egg or not. And if they're burying the seed or not. They're not gonna lay an egg. I need some food. Hopefully I didn't kill my pips now. Right. What is in here? Steam, milligrams. Is alright. What about this rocket? We're ready to go. Again. But this time we will get stuck in space. How far can we go with a 124 key of steam inside? Module burden, module engine power, range remaining 8 tiles. So if we go now, it's going to be a one-way trip. At least we have nice sculptures here. Where's the button? Where's the button for another one? Randomize sculpture. I thought I had that mod installed. Good, doesn't matter. Maybe what we can do is Go inside here, grab a hauling point, and fill that box with algae. So next time we're not screwed on that front. Is organic? Algae. 37? Yep. Let's fill it up with algae. See where that leaves us. And we have to renovate the rocket. Or is a Great Hall all that we need? Don't know. Let's go scrub Carrie here. Where is she and where's the scrubber? Carrie, let's go. She will feel better afterwards. I mean, she's already feeling good because of the massage and everything. But alright. Let's see. Got the red bolt engine there. Filled up. The pip should be planning the things. But they're not. Is it the pressure? Do I have to pump it out? I have to pump it out. I'm gonna pump the oxygen out into space. They planned it. I don't have to do it. Fantastic. Critter drop off, deconstruct. Real quick, please. And ascend the rocket into space. Good. So where are we gonna send it? Where are we going to send it? Let's go to the rocket control station. Do we have anything here? Wait a minute. We don't need anything here. We just need a duplicant to send it into space. I'm gonna change the crew. Anybody can do the job here. What about the soup? I'll let him do it. Can they though? Don't know. Let's get them inside the rocket already. And launch. Alright. So where are we going? Of course here, because we're not done with that. And begin launch sequence. Let's dig out everything there. Begin launch sequence. As soon as the doors are open. Where's the opening door opener? Let's go. Doors are going to be open for a limited time only. That's alright. The system here is working nicely. RoboMiner is at 100 degrees. Why? I thought this was working. Oh dear. We're starting during our meteor shower. Oh man. It's gonna be intense. Let's begin the launch sequence. Doors are open. Let's go. Doors are open. I have to click it again, so it checks if it's all right. Now it's all right. We're gonna close the doors right away. Good. Should be coming. Let's see. Let's watch the interior. Errands? No. Wait, what? Destination empty space. Alright. Crew is going. Crew is running. Beginning a launch sequence. Let's grab the duplicate. Unequip lead suit. And launch. I clicked launch. Why are we not launching? Because we're buried? Let's go, you guys. Entombed. And the doors are closed again. Let's open them up. Man, oh man. I hope she's okay here. Or he. Let's look at the soup. Hungry already. Already hungry. Tell you what, somebody else needs to be the crew. Tell you what, somebody else needs to be the crew. What about here? Constructor almost Emily. Just clicked a random dupe here. What about the digger J? No, they're digging out the rocket. What about anybody? Let's look at the skills and find out who's the best pilot. Isn't there a fast way to do this? Priority. Rocketry. Ranching, digging, supplying, farming, rocketry. Carry. But she's on the other planetoid. How come there are 5 people now on the other planetoid? Here nobody is really good at it. Right, doesn't matter. Is the door open? Yes. No, just waiting for the duplicate to enter. Should we have not an errand here? Let's get the schedule. Constructor Cellfire. Constructor Cellfire. They should be coming. I don't know what's the problem. There they are. Finally, man. Let's close the doors. Good. So where are we gonna land though? Oh, with our little bit of a Trailblazer module. I think we can land here. Or can we? Can we land here? Should we land there? I think we can land over here somewhere. And, are we starting or not? What is the problem? Go! Man, I'm waiting here. Let's go. All the aluminum got destroyed. All the aluminum got destroyed. The doors were closed. Let's look at the gas. Materials overlay. Gas. Nuclear fallout. What the heck is that? That is a bit disconcerting. Also, what the heck? Also, rocket stop. And Trailblazer. Deploy. Good. I don't want to go through the fallout. Do I have a choice? I don't think I have a choice. It's all red for some reason. This is all red landing. Eh? Why is this a red landing? Oh, it's picky. It's picky like that. Alright then. Alright. Good. Now we're going to change the destination to there. And hopefully they're not going. Oh, they're landing. Good. Oops, this is the wrong rocket. So this should be on autopilot now. This one. We'll pip inside. We can cancel that. So they can go and plant. Guy is stuck here. Let's take this out. Come on. Quickly, please. And do we have a lead suit lying around here? Maybe we do. Lead suit, nuclear fallout. Nuclear fallout. That will recharge a rocket. No. Where is the lead suit? I don't see it. Oh, I clicked it. Oh, I clicked it. Good. Constructor Sapphire is in a lead suit? Wait. Also, why the heck are you not going? Show navigation. Oh man. So tricky. Do it. So they are in the lead suit, it's just not showing. That's alright. That is fair. Let's move out. Some lockers there. Building the doors. So now we have to replace everything here. Right, because the hot nuclear fallout here was too hot. Simply. Rocket melted everything. Good. Let's first look inside the rocket. I don't see a plant. There's still 4 seeds there. Do your job, Pip. Unbelievable. Good, let's start replacing everything, the doors and stuff. And we're not gonna do that anymore. Any damage? No. I don't count the meltage. Okay, let's look where we need to put the stuff. Right, it broke like crazy. Let's make everything from steel here. Let's go like that. Replace some stuff with steel. Good, here as well. And there just in case. And here we can connect this up. And stop wasting energy. Good. Doors are closed. We got nuclear fallout. Got nuclear waste. That is all alright. That is all just fine. We can dig out this, whatever it is. Seems to be dirt. Yeah. Is alright. Good. Can I send Carrie over again? Let's look at her skills. Carrie, second attempt. So what we're gonna take, just gonna take 1 advanced research, that's all. 1 improved construction. And digging we're gonna leave for now, only when we need it. Carrying desperately, because we want to empty out the rocket this time. And speaking of the rocket, we should launch and land to fill it up completely, just so we can abort the mission again if need be. What are we doing here? Picking up algae, good. Can enable the auto repair, so I don't have to look at the health bar any longer. Tidy up the area. Good. And then we're gonna have automated doors, I think. Or just normal airlocks. It's fine. So we learned that all the wiring here needs to be from steel, just in case a nuclear rocket lands. But I don't think there's room for a nuclear rocket, or is there? It's 25. Yeah, there is room. There's not room for a hydrogen rocket. That's what it is. Good. Let's just run the wiring like so. Don't care. Is alright. And get the doors in as well. Let's get some doors. Let's also get a little bit comfortable. Have a sip of water. Steel doors? Does it matter? Nope. Let's do the iron ore here. Very good, and we're going to prioritize the power, so they are automated as soon as possible. Conductive wire. Conductive wire. Good. So how's the vitals looking? Oh, this soup is completely scalded. Where are they? They're here somewhere, I think. Let's get them in the hospital. There we go. And A lot of duplicates here. Fast Cookie, Tootsie, Tio, Grover. Let's have Tootsie have her plastic bed finally. Here. Got some spillage there though. Good. This door can be deconstructed and replaced with a normal door. That door can always be open. Good. Do we have more glass? We do. Let's put it in. It says gold here. Oh, there's a secondary material. Very nice. Let's put it in. How many duplicates are here? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Alright. I wonder if we can claim this area here. We're still emptying out stuff here. Seems like we're done. Nope. We're grabbing stuff. It's dropping down. It's getting pumped out. This happens all the time. Maybe we're gonna have that happen behind the hospital. It's a better place for that. And then we can reclaim this area there. Good. Deconstruct other ladders here as well. Automatic dispenser. Sweep only. Consumables. Salt. I don't know, what is this? Let's not have it sweep only, let's have it ice and stuff. Ah, I know what is happening. They're trying to get the ice and stuff over here, but they're failing. Good, let's try again. And the deconstruction here should be a little bit faster. Like so. Good, and then we can have doors. Let's have a door here. Now. Because the rooms need to be all up and functional. To give their bonus, right now this is a bedroom. 2 people there. But it needs to be a private bedroom. And here we're gonna have a door. Maybe a normal door. It's just fine. And then we're gonna copy this bottle emptier completely, including the settings. There's no button for that. We have to wait until it's built and then copy the settings over. And now ice and brine ice is getting dropped off here. And all the spillage is landing there as well. Good. So the farm is up and running again, which is good. Still the body temperature is a bit cold. But that's alright. Bristleberries. So bristleberries should land in the other colony. And florals should be spawning here. Good. These guys need to go out. And the last one here can starve in peace. Oh, there's another one. Can also starve in peace. They're all starving in peace. Good. This is bristleberries. Do we have bristleberries here? They should get shipped out from the main colony. Let's grab them. Bristleberries, they get harvested and then get manually shipped over. Yes. So that is good. Should be working. Means they land here somewhere in the distribution, along with the blossoms. I don't know how many blossoms I have. I'm out of sand because we're shipping the sand over. They should produce sand here. Additional sand. Hopefully we'll not run into a backup problem there. But if we do, apparently it's gonna get deleted here. That is good. This looks a bit messy, but this is all intended. We can destroy fluids here. Just have the naphtha there at the bottom. That's what we can do. What about the pressure there? Yeah, we're lacking the sand here for the deodorizers. This will overpressure soon, but I'm not too mad about it. Costs a lot of sand to keep this up and running. We should have a half and half sand. Half of the sand we produce here should get shipped over. Also, we should have our own sand production here, but it's not up and running yet. Also, this thing is broken. There should be a guy here, and this door should be closed. Sending a green signal. Oh yeah, we know. If it's above 1 critters, then if it's above 0 critters, open the door. Yep. Good, so let's see if we have an egg. No. These pokies will lay an egg. So we have to wait on that. Yeah, the sand production here is horrible. There should be some pollution here. Polluted mud though. Let's sweep it up. Yeah, the best thing to do is something like that. So next time, definitely gonna have this my standard setup. Have a little bit of a debris distribution system going. Just anything that's getting swept up is laying in this tile. And here we're gonna have all the gassing off stuff like polluted mud and even polluted dirt. But later on we're gonna have the polluted dirt get fed. I mean, why later on? This is the basic. I just have to build this, and then this is already very good. This is very nice. I love this new setup. Just have to get a duplicate here, and here's also room for a cannot build it in. Here's room for a oxygen diffuser, and yeah, it's just so perfect. Except KR wasn't able to get this going. We forgot the algae. That was a problem. Here though, we need to do something. I mean, the transformer is filled up. Is this transformer working? Would this work? Also disable the auto repair. I want to repair it only when we're good and ready. Crazy stuff. I like this planetoid. I want to go there. Good. Let's look at the rocket. Is it ready to go? Get the interior. Let's have this uncontrolled. Oh, it was controlled and grounded, and still they were delivering stuff there. That is good to know. Let's have it controlled again, because that's really good to know. We have all the fluids there. Very good. But I meant to renovate this. Let's look at the different rocket setups. Well, this is horrible. But here, this is perfect. Good. 4 tiles up high. Can we have this there as well? On the Artemis. Seems much like we could. Right, let's rip out this light. And what is the room size there? Room size says 32. Good, we probably have too many things down here. Too much stuff. Are we gonna have to deconstruct this? Probably. Let's compare again. Oh yeah, that makes more sense. That makes way more sense. Good. Gonna build this up like that. Good, we're gonna have a fire pole here. Good, and then we're gonna have a steel table there. Very nice. Good, and this is going to be in a different space as well. Do we need the door? Because this looks great. But we cannot have it. Deconstruct. Then we're gonna have 3 tiles there. 2 and 3. And a door here. Instead of tiles. Good. Just a mechanized airlock is the right door for this occasion. Not allowed though. The NOT gate is in the way. Deconstruct. Let's look at the automation. I think we can have the NOT gate just down below. We'll do the same thing. And do we even need this? Ah, we don't need this because we're using plants. Let's deconstruct this. Everything and cancel that. Automation setup. And as well deconstruct the automation there. So we can put in the door. Here we go, mechanized airlock. Rotate. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, we're doing a different tile here now. Well, alright then. Deconstruct. And deconstruct. Actually, I think I want carpet here. Somebody's gonna sleep very nice. Deconstruct the orbital data collection and put it down one space. I have plastic tiles on top to block a little bit of the radiation. Later on, when we're done with the research, we're gonna put in 2 bits, and then this can transport some more duplicants off to colonization. This is gonna be our main colonizer then. Speaking of rockets, what about the other one? 2.9 cycles, and then we're going to dig out some stuff. And can this be our taxi later on? I think this could be our taxi later on. Yeah. I want only one colonizer. The colonizer can be steam, can be slow, because they're going to act as a base of operations as well. Having a great hall and a bedroom. Good. The light though should be automated because this will be a bedroom later on. But now it's just gonna be Tito Bimbus. Sup, my dude? What's going on, Tito? Hey, Tito. What's going on? Look at this. There's a duplicant. And it doesn't have a name. We're gonna name them after you. Because it's pretty cool having people chime in. So hopefully I can click them. I'm just gonna ask anything you want. Ask anything you want. This is an all achievement run on the highest difficulty. I should be able to help. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's also this is very confusing to me. You say your colony is insane, and I say I have 3 colonies, but the game says I only have 1 colony. Colony summary. This is so weird. This is so weird. So which one is going to be our next achievement? Oh yeah, we're trying to mine out all the stuff, right? So to me it's 3 colonies, but the third one, I kind of failed here. I had to abort. I had to go back to the main colonies. This still hurts, but we're gonna get the duplicate in again. The same duplicate. They're gonna start again. So let's rename the duplicate. Give them a cool name. Double click to go to soup. But I cannot find them. Here they are. Wonderful. Wonderful. Just done making my first spawn. That's pretty cool. Is it an electrolyzer setup? And does it overpressure or not? Because that is always the interesting question there. Did you submerge it? Yup, you say. It's an electrolyzer. Good. And did you submerge it? Did you put a little bit of fluid on the bottom? Tito BAMS with a capital B and 3 S's. Very nice. So this is how my electrolyzer setup looks like. Here. Should I put fluids on the bottom? Yes. Yes. I have a how to do it, and I have to redo it and actually script it. I think I'm gonna do that, do a tutorial on that. So what you do is you build the electrolyzer. Just copying stuff on YouTube. Yes, that's how you do it. So you build the electrolyzer somewhere, and then on the ground is important that you have airflow so that gases can escape when you put in your stuff. Like, I don't know what the fluid is you're gonna use, but you can even use, if you want, polluted. If you have nothing else, then you need to use polluted water. It's gonna gas off, but not when the water is on top. So you could start with polluted even if you want to. But just do a heavy fluid here. I suggest oil and then a little bit of water on top. I put my electrolyzer setup in a vacuum room. In a vacuum room. Very good. So you don't want polluted water then. Just put a little bit of oil. I have 3 kilos, but it doesn't matter. A little bit of oil there on the bottom. And if it's a vacuum room, you don't even need that airflow tile. You can already start this up. And then you're going to close off this tile here. Have airflow there. And of course, close off that tile as well. So, and that is it. That is it. So you have a fluid here, and you have under 2 kilos of fluid on top. I don't know, maybe you can have even more fluid on top, but I always use just a smudge. And because the vents, the air vents, they will overpressure at 2 kilos. So I'm just pretending this is an air vent. It's a good habit. So you have a little bit of fluid on top of the fluid down there. And then, when you start up the electrolyzer, the fluid's going to slosh back and forth for a second. And then you will have hydrogen here and oxygen here on top. It's going to auto-sort itself. And this is all that you need there. This is really all that you need. And if you have it set it up in a vacuum room, like you said, then you don't have to worry about the gases here mucking up your fluid placement. Tito says, I'm worried about my water though once I power it up. You're worried about your water once you power it up. What you should be worried about is having not gases come here other than oxygen. Because if you service the area with a duplicant, then there's going to be carbon dioxide. That's going to be bad. And if you have polluted oxygen floating around, that can be bad as well. So when you're done with the fluids, you put in a deodorizer here or here somewhere and have a fluid there. Doesn't matter. Just make sure that there is no polluted oxygen has any chance to gunk up the system. And the water, I don't know. The water that you're going to put in is going to be very hot, so sooner rather than later you have to find a cooling solution. But yeah, so what were we doing? So why? What is the problem with the water? I don't get it. Just pump the water in, you good. We got algae in here. Station we need. Station, orbital data collection. Do it here. That means we can deconstruct this power. And this is the new looks of it. Also, the automation needs to be new. Gonna have a duplicate motion sensor there from gold. Probably gonna do the steam vent taming after running my spawn. That is a good order of things to do it. That is excellent. Deconstruct the pole. Are we good? Are we good? What is this? All this automation there? All this automation here is for naught. Let's just deconstruct it. Good. So that I won't have water problems. Oh, your problems with water is you don't have enough. Ah, alright. Why do I have polluted water here? I'm gonna do a liquid lock here, a black lock. Why is there polluted water there? Dear, dear, dear me. No idea what's going on. No clue. Let's mop up this mess. Right. Especially with the spawn coming online. Run out of water. Yes, you might run out of water. You can use germ water from the bathroom if everything else fails. But yeah, that's what you normally do. But then it's gonna be very hot. It's gonna be very hot. Speaking of hot, we were cooling down this here already. Good. Cooling down even more. Very nice. What about the pressure? We're using up oxygen, and the open base helps as well. Radiation on automation. Good. So what were I doing? What was I doing even? I kind of want to do the oil stuff here. Oh man, what the heck? Ah, good. I thought I was running the oil prematurely. Deconstruct that. Build a bridge in. Automation before power. So we're going to put in a cycle sensor or a timer sensor. It's going to be a timer sensor. So I have complete control. Where can I set this in? Let's put this there. Gold is just fine. And we're going to connect it up as well. Here with aluminum. And then we're going to have power. But for the power... oh! It can reach a space, or can I? I can. Yes. For the power, I'm going to do something like this and that. And then I can have a little bit of streamlining here by deconstructing that wire. Fantastic. Good. So what is next? I think we wanted to send Carrie as soon as possible. First of all, we're going to send this rocket into space. Oh, Carrie should learn rocketry. Rocket piloting. What about the suit wearing? No. It is athletics, though. Is this worth it? No, let's just leave it as is. She needs high morale desperately. So she's gonna learn that, and then she's gonna run the rocket off into space. Gonna change the destination, and it's just here. There we go. And then we can also already begin the launch sequence. But I'm not sure who's running the rocket right now. Who is the crew? I mean, it's Carrie. Who else? It is her. Very nice. Can I not click begin here? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, this looks fantastic, man. This looks just amazing. I love these tiles. Dirt stained glass tiles are looking fantastic. It's from dirt and it looks the best. Nice. So we're gonna have 2 of them and maybe a light or something. I think a light here. And here maybe those. So what is the perfect setup? There's no light. Oh, the light is down there. That's right. There's a mood lamp. And we have even room for more. Did you still not plant this? Oh man, I'm a noob. Let's get this uprooted here. Oh, we cannot get it uprooted because we're in space? Oh man. Can the pip not uproot it? And here as well. Oh. I left the plants in here, so in the aeropods. That means the pip cannot plant the rest of it. Already at the age of 30. They don't have anything to eat. Poor guy. Let's look at the space, and let's not forget. Let's not forget this stuff there. I mean, sending the pip to mine out the materials. Probably not my brightest moment there. Can we land here on Automazon to fix this real quick? I think we also could do that. Wait a minute, let's change the trip. How long? We're there already, good. Let's go real quick to Automazon and launch the rocket. Begin the launch sequence. Because then when we land, we're gonna have nuclear fallout that we can put into the tank and get rid of. But we can grab this real quick there, hopefully. Hopefully we're not gonna get scalded there. We're gonna get scalded, aren't we? Let's leave the gold lying there. Good, here's Carrie. She's boarding the rocket. She's going into space. Idle, broken, squall, rocket control, grounded, errands. Doesn't say errands. Why are we not starting? We're starting, why is she not there? She is. She's there, but she's not on the wheel. Good. Do we have food in here? We don't have food in here. We need to bring some food there. I think we can land. There's no plastic to it? Why? Disabled? By automation. Oh man. Deconstruct the automation there. Right. Gonna have another one of this there. Good. Going into space. This thing can land. Can I say land? No, I cannot. Do I have a trailblazer here? I do. Let's leave it in let's leave the rocket in space. Good. And deploy. Scalding. Is there anything else we can build up while we're here? I think a mood lamp might be nice. Utilities, features, furniture. Mood lamp. Put it there and build up the automation as well. While we're here. Good, fantastic. So we have light. This light over there is probably needed. Good, let's deploy her and land that rocket. Can I... Destination orbiting. Can I land actually? Any rocket platform is nice. Good. So when we're done with this, we're going to use the Trailblazer module to go back here somewhere. We're going to land right next to the other one. Or on top of it, we can deconstruct this. Somebody's going to do it. Anything else here? Is something burning? Producing pacus. I don't think anything is burning here. How many pacus do we have? We have a bunch. A lot of kelps and betas. And fries. But 38 betas. They are the alphas here. The betas. Let's look at the temperature. It's still 46 degrees. I don't know what's going on. No idea. 6 Weaswords wild are not doing the job. Good, but that's because the spawn is not ready to go and we're stuck here. On the other hand, I don't want to waste the spawn. What I want to do is get rid of the system here. I really want to get rid of it. This makes no sense. It's nonsense. Actually, this is how you do it. What you do really though is automate it and make it a little bit bigger. But we don't have the chance right now. We could smallerize the fish farm, but everything here is looking so nice. I don't really want to change everything up. Good. What we also should have is a dedicated seed storage. Just so we have it. Good. So did we land? We landed here. That's good. Oh, and we melted a lot of stuff here. Melted a lot of stuff. Right. View interior. Snow stuff. Let's make this grounded as well. And only crew is allowed. In. Good. And the reasoning there is I don't want them to go in there, and yet they do. What the heck is this? Why? Digger Builder Havoc, why? Why did you have to do that? Huh? Nuclear fallout contaminants. Can I somehow disable the infect? Disable the disinfection? Because that's just ridiculous. The fallout will leave. I don't know, what's the big deal? Good. So nobody is allowed in here. Close the doors. And I'm going to redo the wiring here from steel. That's a great opportunity to redo it completely. But no. Let's just have it like before. So. Good. That's fine. So we're gonna wait for the nuclear fallout to dissipate into space. So there is no background doors. That is a shame. So this door is gonna be a background itself. So if I open the door, we're not gonna have space exposure. So that's why I cannot have doors there. I could do door crushers. I could do door crushers here. Below. But I want the space. Is nuclear fallout going upwards or downwards? I don't know. Steam, nuclear fallout. I think this is gonna stay a long while. Radioactive contaminants. I've never seen these germs before. Disease. Radioactive contaminants. -30. Dying on contact with the substance. Exposed to rats. No change. 50% dead per cycle. Right. Yeah. Gonna have to wait here. So let's go to the intergalactic Venisat. No, let's go to the Artemis, of course. Soup Carry is sleeping on the ground. It's fantastic. Let's go to the Artemis in space, though. I think that's where I need to go. And we're gonna deploy Carry right there. It's fine. Let's do that. And look at her go. She's gone. Telephone is ringing, but she's gone. Good. I think we don't have a choice. We have to open the doors here. We have to let people in. Let's let them in only from the left. No, let's let them in everywhere. to fix the situation. Fallout is just a few grams. I think we're gonna be fine. And then when we're done with planting, should we should we have the pip here instead? Do we have room for the pip? Let's look at the arbor tree acorn. Arbor acorn. We have one arbor acorn. We could do a pip farm here, but I don't want to. I don't want to part. I don't want to divide the pips there. Separate them. There are a cool couple. I'm probably gonna return this rocket because I messed up too much. Yes, I messed up too much. They're gonna plant the wrong plant then anyhow. Probably. So we're gonna grab that. We're gonna grab the seed. Uproot. Uproot. Here we don't need to uproot because this is 3 tiles if you count out. If you count out the space there. What is the best way to count it out? With the dig command. So it's in the earth here. That means the ground is there. And the next farm is 4 below. Oops, it might interfere. Let's rip it out. Uproot. Uproot. Here we go. And they should be doing it. Errands. Unreachable. They're not doing it. Unreachable. Unreachable. Show navigation. It's not unreachable. It's a lie. Soup AA70 is completely screwed. Can I disinfect? How do I do this? Disinfect buildings. Disinfect at never. Here we go. Just disable the check mark. Good, but Soup AA, very much scalded. Don't like it. And they're also very red. Dig with the Havoc, also very red. I don't know what's going on with them. Let's have them heal. Meanwhile, all the pumpage is going out like it's supposed to. We're helping here with getting rid of the nuclear fallout. If we look at the gases, is gone. If we look at the radiation, is almost gone. Very good. So why are they so red? Look at the vitals. So heat stroke. Oh dear. To go to Havoc? Heat stroke as well. Oh, they're gonna be fine. Just a little bit heat stroke in there. Which reminds me, Kaeri was supposed to have something on her body, like a suit. Like the Agent 47. She's gonna get a nice suit. If I have it. Primo Garb. Where is it? See all. Primo Garb. 0 units. It's not too much. Gonna go there and not manually deliver any Primo Garb anymore. Oxyferns as well. Databank, lumber. Databank and lumber, yes. Databank and lumber. We could have a dirt production going here. And get the one arbor tree going. That's a good idea. Instead of those things. Can rip them out. Just have to be careful to leave one flower pot intact. Because the pip told us how to plant this particular seed there. So you always have to have one. And that's a game mechanic. So how can it be an exploit? Unbelievable, some people. But let's not start up this conversation again. It's not needed. You still have a lot of water here, which is cool as well. This colony is so well off. No problems whatsoever. There's so much food. I should start and collect all the food and freeze it. But for now, we're just doing this. So we're gonna view the interior, and we're gonna work on this now. It's not everybody can go in here. That's just fine. So now people can finally go and help the Pip out. This is already 3 seconds wasted. You're gonna be home soon, little Pip. I know you're hungry. I know you're hungry. Good. So what is going on here on the primary planet? Still have the fallout. And what the heck is this? Solid nuclear waste. Alright. I have no idea what is happening here. It's raining. It's raining nuclear. It's nuclear rain. Good. Get some more ladders going to be able to reach everything. Not sure I can reach that though. Let's have another ladder. 1, 2, 3. I can reach that. So I should be able to reach that as well. As soon as we have this ladder going, let's prioritize that. Meanwhile, we have a little bit of there. A little bit of a warning there. Cargo bay storing 0. Oh, this is a glitch. There's no cargo bay here. Here's another power cord that we need to reach. Unreachable build still. Even though we have a ladder here. Could be. Could be. Well, let's get another ladder here. Another ladder there. This will not help with that though. Temporary ladder then? Oh, this is so dumb. This is so dumb. I want to build this before I land the rocket. So temporary ladder it is. Here and there. Then we're gonna deconstruct them again. Good. We reclaimed this area nicely. Let's copy the settings. Deconstruct the bottle emptier. Automatic dispenser is in the way. Hopefully we don't have any ice and stuff any longer. Let's look at the errands. Well, the deconstruction is now the errand, but no pending deliveries is what I saw there at the store materials. That means we don't have any ice, brine ice, polluted ice, anything that melts, crushed ice. We don't have that any longer. Let's deconstruct the buildings here. So we have room for more bedrooms. Room for rooms. Here is the carpenter tile. There is the flower pot. And there is another door. We're gonna have some marble because it looks very nice. Like so. And we're gonna continue the theme on top there. It's 2 mosaic, 2 mosaic, 2 mosaic. And so on. Should we continue on here? Sure. Why not? What is the temperature here? Irrelevant. It's 40 degrees. Not scared of 40 degrees. Meanwhile, cooling loop is doing a fantastic job again. Plants are drinking up the polluted. Body temperature here not. But that's fine. That is fine. What about this pipe there? It's insulated. So we're good there as well. What about the pressure? 3 key oxygen here. I want to open a door. I really do. I really do. What is the pressure there? Oxygen. 11 tons of oxygen. I cannot open the doors. Too much oxygen. Gonna grab oxygen from here forever. Apparently. But this is not pumping the pump. The pipe is blocked. Wait, what? How can the How could the gas pipe be blocked? Oh, it's too much oxygen. It's a good problem to have. We meant to do this here, didn't we? So, if there's oxygen in here, then no need to run this. Should be disabled by the automation grid, but it is not. Oh, because I have the override switch here? Perfect. Good. So this is going again. No more power wastage. Because we use power. We use a lot of power. I don't want to waste that much power. Good. Meanwhile, we're gonna have a counterflow of oil here. I think we're done. Let's do one every cycle. It's 1 second. And the red duration is 600 seconds. Good. We're gonna start slow. And that is slow indeed. 1 kilo petrol is what we're gonna get per cycle. I'm gonna see if that is going faster soon or not. The pipe is blocked here because we need a bridge. Plumbing, bridge, liquid bridge. From obsidian is just fine. Meanwhile, what is all this jazz? Let's deconstruct that, no longer needed. Good. So we're gonna have 1 key. And the fresh petrol should be delivered. Oh, this is stuck here. Contents, 2 key of petrol. This is stuck. Good, let's make the loop like it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go. No, it's supposed to go like this. No, that's not how it's supposed to go. Let's cut it all and find out how the loop is supposed to go. We're gonna go this, and this, and out. Here we go. And we're running. And we're going out. We're gonna drip out. Very hot. It must have flashed in the pipe. And the pipe must have been damaged, and a duplicate must have come and repaired it. That's what happened. Because this is over 1 key was in there. But now this is proper. Very nice. We can run some oil. The bridge is built, so let's go. It's already coming. Ah, that's right. It's 10 key actually per cycle. 10 key petrol per cycle is what we're gonna do. And since this is running 1 second here, the pump, it might glitch out and have another packet going. So in the 1 second, it might do 2 packets. I don't know. Because I had that with the liquid shutoff. So I'm assuming maybe the liquid pump will work similarly, but I don't know. Doesn't matter. If it's 2 packages, we have 20 pipe segments here. 1, 2, 3. Well, we can just count it like that. 24 minus 2. It's 22. So it's 20 plus those 2 pipe segments in the liquid shutoff and bridge respectively. Wait, what? It's stuck. Enabled? Oh man, I made a mistake, didn't I? Why though? Why is it not just going in? Because I didn't connect it. Oh, I did not connect it. That means those thingies are gonna break the pipe like no tomorrow. Probably. They're gonna break the pipe. There we go. Whoosh. Fantastic. Good. Lucky us. This is not a big deal. There's a little bit of naphtha down there. Why? Can I mop it up? Yes. Let's mop up hot naphtha. And repair the things. Should be an errand out. There's no errand out. Can they not reach it? Let's try and grab a duplicant. Fast cookie. Show navigation. Yup. I should repair it. It doesn't say, but this is gonna happen. Right, and that is the thing. I cannot see the pipes. Let's go bridge on here. Let's try again. 10 key. Let's go. Reset the timer. Here we go. We have a 10 key package. It's only 6 key, but that's alright. That is just fine. Someone is repairing the pipes. Very good. Someone is mopping the naphtha. Stop it. Enough moppage there. Good. Repair the things. What is the pressure here? It is kind of high enough. Don't we have petrol? We do. And here is the pump pumping. And that's a drip pump with 100 G of petrol per second. And there's an overflow when the atmos sensor says the pressure is low. Don't do it anymore. And the overflow is then just looping back. And this is going to use up the petrol that is here in the pipe. But new petrol is being picked up by this liquid pump, which is also connected to an automation here. There's a hydro sensor, and if there's too much petrol here, then we're going to pump it and put it back into the loop. So this should always be about 450 degree hot petrol. It's only 387 degrees though. That's a shame. But it's going to heat up eventually. And it's not necessary for the boiler to be that hot, because here is the temperature that is important in the boiling loop. Good, here we come. This is a key of petrol. But man, I completely forgot about the pip. Let's have a quick look. Very super quick. It's the wrong rocket, of course. Intergalactic Veneset is what we're looking at. Pip is still not planting. Uproot errand. Cancel. Oh, they don't want to do it. They don't want to uproot. That is the problem. This is uprooted. And then we're gonna sweep them as well. Good. So here's the oil. And is 450 degrees. But it's not breaking the pipes because it's just one key. And now it's going in here into the liquid shutoff. And the liquid shutoff is gonna say, you have the right temperature, get ejected out. And then we're gonna drop down here. Whoop. Why say crude oil? I'm not sure why it says crude oil. Why does it say crude oil? No idea. It must have cooled down too fast. Interesting. So it's not flashing in the pipe at all. Flashing when it drops down there. Interesting. Good. So let's look at the liquid overlay. See what we're stuck with. Petrol, 360 degrees. Petrol, 316 degrees. Petrol, 60 degrees. Good. So this is going pretty well. Maybe we should do more. How about half a cycle? Let's do a quarter cycle. Quarter cycle, 10 key of petrol production. See, that works. Right, let's go back into the rocket. Intergalactic Veneset. And did we get the seed? Let's get the seed there. Moth leaf. Sweep it up. A very high priority. And this one as well. Body butt. Right now, sweep it up. A very high priority. And then we can plant again. And when it's swept up, we're gonna go back home with this rocket. And then we're gonna land the other rocket and refuel. So we're fully fueled up. So we can abort the mission again. Maybe that's a good call. But we're gonna find out. Maybe this time we can colonize the planet for good. Right, so here's a little bit of a sweet production for meat. Still we have sweetles there for meat? Crazy. And a seed storage. Priority 8 on seeds. Good. Meanwhile, are they getting fed? They're hungry. That's no good. That is no good. This guy is starving as well. Don't we have a bristleberry delivery here? Grub fruit seed. Uh-oh. Let's do everything but grub fruit. We have too many of those. Oh, they're gonna grab the seeds from here though. Well, that's fine. We're probably gonna have another bin. Right, let's look at the rocket if everything is going fine there. Seeds are gone, thing is put in. Cancel this. So when the seeds are gone, that means we can launch. Change the destination. Back home. Back home to Bader. And begin the launch sequence. Good. Should we do autopilot? I think yeah. That means we need to land again. That means we need to go in orbit first. She can do it. Let's have her do it. It's alright. There's no food though. And that is not alright. Let's have it on autopilot. Good. Cancel launch, land here, errands. So how can I see if somebody's doing this or not? It doesn't say. Anyway, we're going to change the destination into orbit. And look at the crew. It's no crew, that's why. Good, launch up. Subcarry, supposed to launch it. And then land right away. Can also deconstruct this again. We're gonna land with the Trailblazer module. Good. Here I wanted to have a little bit of an oxygen storage. We could get that going as well. I think we have mercury. Let's do mercury. How much? How much is too much? 2 key is overpressure, so 2, 4, 6, 8, so it's 7 key. 7 key of liquid mercury. Here we go. Enable our drop, enable our spill, enable our bottle. Again, a lot of stuff melted. That's too bad. And the steel pumps overheated. Oh dear. Disable auto repair. Disable auto repair. Good. So we're in orbit. Let's deploy the Trailblazer. Here, we're gonna select the duplicate. Subcarry deploy. And can we go here? Can we go here? Can we go there? Why can we not go here? Can we go here? Haha, we could go here on top. That's not what we're gonna do. We need space exposure and we need 3 tiles. I think. Good, so we deployed it. That means we can go back home. Wait. Is this the right rocket? Which one did I select? Artemis in orbit in flight to the intergalactic Vanissat. Yes. The intergalactic Vanissat. Diamond drill cone. The Artemis is my colonization rocket. I have to learn the names because I did not name the thing myself. The game did that for me. Alright, Arden Space Station is that. Artemis is the colonizer. Very good. It needs to refuel. We're gonna wait on that as well because there's still nuclear fallout here. Needs to get pumped out. Alright. Good. Speaking of rockets. Can we deconstruct the helper ladders? We can. Deconstruct the helper ladders. And good. Looking great. Critter starvation. Speaking of starvation, how are my farms? Are they recuperating from the shock of having a tile up here? That wasn't the smartest move. Let's deconstruct this tile as well and make a door there to signify what is going on. The store can always be open. And we don't need that tile as well. And we're gonna have the door here like I said. Very nice. Good, don't need that marble tile. Sweet. This is a little bit of automation here. They're gonna stop intermittently just in case I have a new project that I need everybody to work on. That way they're not stuck on the wheel. Very good. So there's new oil coming. Is this actually working now? This looks fantastic actually. There's a little bit of a like it's a lip. Very cool. Very cool. The oil is coming. It's gonna be petro. And is there petro down on the bottom? Pump, not a liquid. Did we pump this? No. So that means we're still collecting up petro here. Yeah, it's just a few gram. Collecting up the petro. There's no petro here. Why? Do not know, but I want gunk away from here. I want all the gunk out of there. Let's get it all out. Dirt as well. What is this? Fossil. Never seen this in my life. Very good. So we're gonna tidy up the rest as well. Here, there's no storage for petrol, but that's fine. Cancel sweeping. Good. Picking up the stuff. Where is my new petrol? Crude oil at 450 degrees. It's very hot. It's very hot. Let's watch it drip down. This is great. Drip, drip, drip. Oh, it's dripping. It's dripping. Maybe we need the liquid overlay to see what is happening. But is it collecting up here? Huh? I don't understand. Where's it going? Did it get deleted? Huh? Where's my kilos of the stuff? That is weird. That is just weird. Do I need to have it drip down further? I have no idea. I think it got deleted because this was 6 key or so. And it's not common. 300 grams. some reason it gets deleted. No, 24 key crude oil here. Oh, it's collecting up in this tile. Because it's not hot enough. The lip is very cool, but the lip is also wrong. Good. Let's get rid of the lip then. Right. Reset the timer. Reset the timer. Maybe we shouldn't do that too much. Reset the timer, and gonna reset the timer. Right, so we have a lot of blobs now coming in. Here's another one. Let's get another one. Set the timer. I need it to spill. It's also counterflowing. Like that's also my plan, so but I don't want it to counterflow in this tile, so this is very good. This is actually very good. It is losing temperature though. The blob. But this is cool. This is the fun vanity project that I wanted to do. But let's not forget our pip. Let's not forget our pip. Intergalactic Venisat. Let's cancel that so we can plant there again. And then land the rocket. Prepare a landing of the rocket. Here we go. Let's get rid of the regolith. And then land the rocket. I'm sure it's in orbit already. It's probably not in orbit. Let's look at the map. Oh dear. 1.4 cycles? Man. But that's alright. We got a nice project here. Here we're just waiting on that, and then we're gonna prepare for the other colonization, the second attempt. And that is that then. Good. Meanwhile, there's nothing much happening. We can see if the blob dissolves, hopefully. There is new oil coming in now. And we should have more. But I don't want to run it all the time. Let's do a 10 seconds and see where that leaves us. Good. Right, we're not getting ejected now. We're not getting ejected now. Stop it. Let's have a red duration here. Did we use up all the heat energy in here already? No, we did not. They're just taking a whole long time to heat up. Alright. Alright. Crude oil, 300 degrees, is heating up. It's 40 key. I wonder if it's gonna spill. It's gonna spill. It's 40 key. Doesn't want to go where the petro is there. This is now a lot of oil. See it preheating, but it's not going to preheat too much. Now this could cause a trouble because it's more than 20 segments. I could cut the pipe to prevent the accident from happening. I think I'm going to do that. So how many segments is 1, 2, 3, 6, 8. So 6, 9. Let's cut it here for the time being. Oh no, it's gonna go back then and not be 10 key anymore. Oh man. This is also causing an accident. Go get out. So we have to cut it here somewhere. 10 key now. Let's loop around again. Like so. Now it's gonna loop around and be stuck there. Fantastic. Ugh, I don't want to do an extra tile. Gonna have trouble as is. There's no way to do it though without an extra tile. Good, let's forget it. Have it loop around. Go back maybe. Yeah, I don't know. No, there's no way. We're gonna have the accident happening. Don't care now. I don't want to build an extra tile. That is why. So what is the temperature of the blob? 306. 310. 312. Come on, you can go to 400. Pretty sure you can. What could be nice here is another safety valve. Let's do that. Plumbing. Look at valve. Where are we? Here. Make it from steel because why not? Safety valve, 1 key. Good, we're gonna cut the way there. Because we want this valve configured before the oil is coming from down here into the thing. Yes, this broke a little bit, but that's fine. I'm not sure about this petro there though. Well, doesn't matter. It has the right temperature, so why not? A little petro there. Again, there's naphtha. Again, there's naphtha. Let's mop it up. That is weird. The naphtha there. Good. It's gonna be 1 key. It's 1000 G. And you have to wait for a duplicate because this is actually an errand. But Teogrover is doing it right now. Here we go. Bam. And we can connect this up. There we are. Wonderful. Good. A little bit of a safety valve there. Never hurt anybody. Good. Berry sludge. We picked up berry sludge from down here. Good call. Right. Mop, 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 mop. Did we do the naphtha? I think we did. Good. Hopefully no more naphtha is collecting up here. Right. Meanwhile, we're getting all the hot hydrogen from down here into there, and we collected almost 6 tons of hydrogen in here. Very good. Where's the oil coming? Here. Good. Let's watch it. It's gonna be very nice. Meanwhile, what is the intergalactic Venicet doing? Let's plant the last of the oxyferns. How about that? And then the Pip can go home. Finally. What a journey, this guy. It's an adventure. The adventurer Pip. Astronaut Pip. Very cool. And here we're blobbing out. It's too much. It's not hot enough. Yep, it's too much. Not hot enough. It says red there. Why? Are we exchanging heat here again? No. Oops, the pipe broke. Yikes. So what is the temperature there? 300 degrees again. Man. I want to heat this up. I really do. It's down. It's going below 300. Oh. That is a little bit sucky. Alright then. What's the temperature of this blob? 450. So this should go out. It's 400. 50 almost. Crude oil is barely heating up. It's cooling down, to be honest. This vanity project is not working as intended, but it might be working as intended. Good. So, since we have here 20 segments, we're going to do 2 seconds every 30 seconds. Oil. Just so that we can... but it's not going to take 30 seconds. It's going to take longer for the oil to heat up, is it? Let's do this then. Good, let's go. Reset the timer. And it's going to be 2 blobs. And not 2 full blobs, which I like. I like that it's not 2 full blobs. It's 8 and 6. Here we go. 6, 8. Perfect. It's very good. And we're heating up again. Very nice. This blob just needs to heat up, and I hope I can catch it dissolving into petrol, because I want to see that. Right. Let's look at the rocket. Here it's gonna land. No rockets in orbit. Can we go into orbit? It's half a cycle. I think we can wait half a cycle. Is this clean here, so I can keep working on my colonization rocket? It's about to get cleaned up, but it's still micrograms of very hot nuclear fallout. Good. Did things break too much? Probably. Probably yes. I don't think this wire here, this gold wire, is connecting up to the rocket any longer, and that is of course a problem. We have to be patient and wait until the micrograms here are gone, and then I can work on that. I don't want the duplicates to get hurt any more than they already were. Constructor almost Emily, what up with her? She should go to the hospital to heal up real quick, since there is no pressing matter to attend to. Let's heal up, and we're gonna demolish this ladder, demolish that ladder as well, and a little bit of scalding once more. Good. More gold wiring is nice. Here we go. Yeah. Alright then. Good, we need another mesh tile here. Cannot overbuild the ladder. Demolish. Here we need a mellow. Hopefully we have another one. This is the last mellow. So how many do we have then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is 8 duplicates here. So we will have a guest room. And we'll fix this up. And the botanic garden here. Man, needs to be here where the naphtha is. Let's pump out the naphtha to somewhere else. But where? We need another storage for the stuff. Maybe we should store the naphtha there. On this planetoid. The food would come out from here. And then we can have naphtha storage right there. The abyssalite will hold. But there's sedimentary rock. It's alright. It's a bit... I don't like it. The OCD is strong. The OCD is strong. How about we cut this off there? And then we still have 1, 2. We don't have 3 then. Don't have 3 any longer. I really want to use this. Good. So what we're going to do is replace this tile here with an airflow tile. And that's how we're going to start our infinite storage. Sounds weird, but I'm going to close this off nicely there. And here is the barrier. We need ladders. Let's get some ladders going there. And then we can reach everything. Good. 1, 2, 3. Yes, here's the roof of the thing. Dig it all out. Like so. With carbon dioxide, it can drop down. Don't need this area here any longer. Make sure to dig it all out. Of course, we're going to be stuck there then. Unless we prioritize some ladders. Still like so. And priority 7 on the dig command. From here though. Good. And that should work nicely. And then we're gonna have the liquid storage here somewhere. Means we can dig out everything from below that we can. This sedimentary rock as well. Then we also have a little bit more sedimentary rock to work with here, because we're running always out of the stuff since we built our insulated tiles from sedimentary rock. Should I already build this in like so? Yes. Let's do it. And I think we're trying to make a vacuum over here. Oops, 9. Good. So these guys have something to do. What about the automation here? It needs to be connected up. It's an AND gate. So these things would be an OR gate then. Do I need them even? Or do I only need one? I think they need to be connected up to an AND gate as well. If there's pressure everywhere, then pump. But is it really needed? Actually, I probably just need one Atmos sensor, but I want them everywhere. Because why not? I'm gonna do like so maybe? No. Nah, just gonna have them an OR gate. And you don't need an OR gate if you are looking for a green signal, because the green signal overrides the red signal. That means either this one or that one is gonna go green. And that means we can pump out the hydrogen. So we're gonna do above 1000 G. Copy the settings. So if we have enough hydrogen in here, then we can pump. But the pipe also must be empty, so we're not using up any energy. So this is a very good power plant here. It is amazing. If it's ever gonna get done. Hopefully soon. Priority 9. But then we don't need the power. It's a bit crazy. Good. So I think here we're just gonna connect everything up. But we wanted to go here, we wanted to go through there. I think we can. Let's build it like so. And here as well. Use the steel wire, because steel is pretty much sorted out. Oh, which reminds me. Now that we have that much steel and stuff, we could start building a monument. Does it fit under this? I don't think so. Let's have it out of the way somewhere where it's not in the way. That's the nature of out of the way. Let's get this going like so. Nice monument. Is it furniture? Is a monument furniture? It is. Obsidian we have. Steel we have. Let's build the base. Where can we build the base? Here, where there's also ladders. Good. Build more ladders. Probably need them. Not sure though. Oh, there is more water. Let's mop up what we can. Not on floor, unreachable. We can build the ladders up all the way. Probably need to deconstruct those ladders here though. For the other pieces of the monument. Good, if we deconstruct that, then the water will drop down. Is that a big deal? Yeah, I don't think it is. But I kind of want it to drop down there. Let's have a little bit of a water drop over there. Build this up like so. So we can just mine out all of the wolframite and a salt that is up here, and then we have more resources, and the water is where it's supposed to be, down here, and then we can still mob up things. Probably need to. So we're awaiting the delivery, the tons of the stuff. Right. And make sure this is being deconstructed real quick. Because I don't want it. Did we get stuck here now? Nope. Very nice. Of course. And the next piece of the monument. Monument middle piece. Let's call it midsection. Ceramic, plastic, steel. So what is missing? My guess is plastic. But our researcher is in space. So that's why we have a ton of plastic. That's not enough. Let's see if we can do the researcher. Also close this off. Like so. Priority 9. And what is the naphtha storage doing? Naphtha storage is getting dug out. Oh, perfect. It's going to look great. It's going to be here. And then the pump. And could be very nice. Could be very nice. I can replace those tiles. Or I could leave them in. They're gonna get wrecked by the pressure. Yeah, so I have to replace this with the door. Good, not a problem. Manual airlock. Oh, and this is gonna be a permanent manual airlock, so better use something nice. Let's use steel. Here we go. And then we're gonna have the storage like so. That means we can also do that and that. Close it up here. Ah, this is gonna look fantastic. It's gonna look amazing, and we even have room here for ladders. Right, except there's a conveyor element sensor there. Can we move it up? I think we can. Let's move it up like so. Have the conveyor chute here. Have the automation there. All from gold. Automation. Conveyor rail element sensor. Of course. And we're gonna have this be a priority 9. So I can quickly configure it so it's already working. When it's done building it up. And where is this rail flowing then? So first it's flowing in, and then the bridge is telling it to go there. Fantastic. That means we have room for our beloved sedimentary ladders. Good, let's build them all up. Let's build them up completely like so. Very good. And since we have room, could do a door here. I'll build it up last. Right, and that means, of course, we could dig that as well. So these guys have a lot to do. But we can land and refuel because the nuclear fallout is gone. Let's get some steel wiring in. Oh, we already have. Or did we? Do we? No, we don't. So I cannot see the material here. Good, so this needs to be replaced with steel, and I don't know how high this needs to go as well. Let's put it up 2 more tiles. We could find out simply. 25 key is an electrical wire. So how much gold is down here? 230 kilograms. No, we cannot find out. Because this already got... Well... if we do the math and count the tiles, I'm just gonna put in 2 or 3. Let's do 3, just to be sure. 3 pieces of wire segments. And then hopefully we'll get recharged immediately, the battery there from the rocket. But the battery is not that important. It's more important that all the gas goes in. Pumped not in gas, very hot, still getting destroyed. Let's deconstruct and reconstruct before we land the rocket. Let's find out about our other rocket here. Why are we not digging? Oh. Right, let's open the door. And make a steel automation there instead then. Can we reach this from here? I think we can. Let's do it like so. Make sure to deconstruct that if we can. Probably can't. Good, the door is opening. Or not? Oh, right, of course. It is, of course, not opening. Let's replace all the automation here with steel. Good, and then the door should open. Locked. Completely broken. Poor Pit. Poor Pip, not Pit. Poor Pip up here in the intergalactic Venacle. They're done with their job. They want to go home, but they cannot land. What's going on? They're gonna go to the rocket control station. They're gonna go on the microphone. They're gonna talk to the duplicants. Complain, and rightly so. Priority 9. I need this done. I need the doors to open. Good. Rancher Teographer is doing the job. Here we go. Delivered some steel. And there we are. Speaking of ranches. Are the ranches full again? 2 of 7, 7 of 7, 2 of 6. Right. We're ordering surplus. So we should get the ranches filled up in no time again. So we're back to... I'm back to barbecue. Let's look inside there. Grub food preserve, barbecue, stale. So we should have enough to eat. Berry sludge. Let's stop eating the berry sludge. We have stale barbecue, you guys. Don't eat the berry sludge. Fantastic. Speaking of berry sludge, should we not get some berry sludge over to the other planetoid? I think yes. All of it. Edible, A, B, C, D, E, edible, bristleberry, and A, B, C, D, berry sludge. Here we are. Priority 7, and they're gonna do it. Allow manual use. Allow menu. I did not allow the manual use. That's why the bristleberry is not being delivered over. That's what I missed here, and I need the bristleberry here. I need it desperately. To get these sage hedges fed and then it can transform into floral hatches. And since we have bristleberry farms now, automated and everything, it's a good idea to feed the flowers with the blossom seeds. Then we have Macedonia best food. We can send over that food. I don't know what we can do with that food. We don't really need it. Good. More pumps. Ventilation. Problem is, if I want to colonize a planetoid, I want to take the high morale food with me, but I can't. I would have to have a freezer inside of the rocket, and I'm not sure if I'm prepared to do that. Is there room? I don't know. Let's look at the intergalactic Vanissat, for example. This is just a taxi. It's not a colonization rocket, but for example, not sure if there's room. I mean, I need the Great Hall, definitely. I might not need the barracks, so I don't know. Where could I squish in a freezer? Freezer needs a lot of room. Best thing would be to have it at the side. So I could cut off some room here and cut off some room from that side. And that means less plants as well. Not a fan. I could still have the Great Hall, and I could still have everything. 6 tiles cut off from here. So 1, 2, 3, 6. Is this room enough for a freezer? I think it is. I think it's definitely room enough for a freezer. Depending if these steel tiles... Oh yeah, these steel tiles are gonna... So I cannot have a freezer because the steel tiles are connected up to everything, and they're gonna transfer heat. So it's a dumb idea. Let's not do it. Are we clear here? This is probably unreachable. I have to get there somehow. Let's get a ladder all the way up, so I can work on that stuff. And I have to deconstruct this bunker tile. Is there anything I can do? Yes, deconstruct the bunker tile. And deconstruct that bunker tile as well. And give this stuff a priority 9. I need duplicates up here working. They can reach it, definitely. They can go up this ladder and go there then. No, they definitely cannot. That is the problem there. Deconstruct. Here we go. Then we're gonna reconstruct this tile later. Oh man, priority 9 here, yes, very good. Let's look at the navigation. Construct the diners. Here we go. Should be able to reach it from both ways then, which is a little bit dangerous because we're playing with hot regolith here, out in space exposure and everything. But I need this done. There's no two ways about this. I need to open the door. The pip needs to land. So let's do this right away. Go, go, go. Right. Make sure the robo-miners are working and the door is open. Door is getting opened. Also, we can dig this, man. We can dig everything here. This is the fastest way. Priority. Now the automation. Right now. I need it done. I need the robo-miners to work. I need the doors to open. Wait, how come the doors are not open? Is the red signal? Are we out of time? We're not out of time. Bringing red here. Bringing red here. For some reason. Did we have a button there? I think we might have had something here as well. Was this not connected up like that? This is strictly for the doors. So wait, I know what this was. This was that stupid space scanner crap. Good, let's have a NOT gate there. Just in case we wanna try again, but I doubt it seriously. Seriously doubt it. Good, the doors are open. Duplicates are stuck in space. Let's do that. Are they stuck in space though? No, they're not. Are they idle? Recover breath. Can you just leave? I don't know what is going on. They're gonna drop down soon. What about constructor cellfire? Can you just move? They're not moving. Because the doors are opening. Oh, can they go here? Can they drop the suit? Can they go here? They actually can, very good. Let's unequip the suit and go. Recovering breath. Try to go somewhere, but why don't you go here instead? What about the fast? Why do I have to micromanage this? No idea. Everybody's going. Oh, they're waiting for the door to open. That's right. They were waiting for the door to open. Fantastic. Oh, the rocket is landing on top of him. That can't be good. That can't be good, Tito. Rocket landing on top of your head. That is amazing. That is crazy stuff. But you're good. You're good. Nothing bad happened. Ever. Oh, picked up steel. Steel. Gonna repair this. Gonna do that. We're gonna close off the doors. The mining again. And then we're gonna close off the doors. Then we're gonna go inside and grab the pip. Wrangle party 9. They can go home again. And we can have our plants again as well. Now a lot of scalding will go on. But that's fine. We have a joy seed. Spore shit seed. Should we plant this instead? I don't know. I don't think so. Do we have another buddy bud? No, we used up the last one. That's not cool. Let's get a joya here. And a mirth there. Good. And then we need a buddy bud. Right. Let's see if the pip is getting transported back home. Errands. Oh, this is Mealwood. Critter drop off? Errands? Yes, they're doing it. Doing it right away. Fantastic. So how much damage did we take? Let's look at the vitals. 80, 80, 40. Constructor Cellfire is almost dead. They're below 50% of their health. Man, why don't you go to the hospital? Constructor Cellfire 21. Assigned. Find out if the pip is back home. Hey, the blob. Did I miss my blob? No, it's still there. Good. What's the temperature? 200. It's below 300 again. I don't know what the heck is going on. I have no idea. There's a pip. Errands. Current errand. Here we go. It's not showing off, but they have it. Here we go. Go eat something, man. Did a great job. What a hero. What a hero. Rename Critter. I did not install that mod for some reason. He should be the hero. Hero of the colony. But they've been to space. They've been to space. But they're gonna die. They're gonna die and I know exactly when they're gonna die as well. They ate the arbor tree. Very good. They're gonna die in 62 cycles. There. It's gonna be very sad, but maybe we will not notice. Soup, Tito Bim. What are you doing, Tito Bims? How come you're running here? How come you're doing stuff that you're not qualified for? Brand new duplicate. Let's disallow access here. Soup carry, meanwhile, I think she earned being able to come here. What about the BIMs? Let's say you're allowed to leave, but you're not allowed to enter again. Because this is really sensitive equipment there. Starvation, but not. Very good. Intermittent starvation. Grub preserve, barbecue. We have food. Is Kaari here now? Total population. No, she's still there. This is too many duplicates here. Let's definitely have a lot of constructors. Should taxi off some of them. And we should have a dedicated pilot as well. Good, but let's look at this here first. Unfortunately, the gunk stays here. No gas output. No power. Why? I want to recharge my rocket. Because it melted. It melted there. And here I'm sure that we need more as well. I'm not sure if we need to replace those, but I'm gonna do it. Meanwhile, there's a little bit of crude oil here on the bottom. That's alright. What is the temperature here? Good. Synthesis gas is cooling down the area for anything there in that spot. So the robo miners are not overheating. Now they're 110 degrees. Let's pour out a little bit of oil. So if I pour out the oil here, will it vanish? Do I have to deconstruct and reconstruct the robo miner? Who knows? But let's find out. Hauling point. Here we're going to do a drip of what is the best thing. Is it petrol, oil, or naphtha? Probably oil. I don't know by heart. I'm not going to check it out now. That's the 7 key. See what happens. See how much sticks. Liquid crude oil, and it will drop, and it will spill, and it will bomb. Good. Pip is safe. Rocket has landed. Awaiting delivery. Storing 0. No filters. So am I going to drill with a taxi? Probably should. Probably should. Should go drill with a taxi. Should I go auto drill? Probably should as well. Let's look at the interior. And it is the taxi. We should clean up the area. Just to signify what is going on here. Good. We also have a little bit of a suit there. How much oxygen is in there? Is there some oxygen in there to breathe? Here we have 13 key of oxygen inside of there. And 10 key here. So the taxi right now is pretty full of oxygen. But we can fill it up even more. Let's fill it up even more. Here the oxygen is coming. It's coming at very hot though. It's coming in at very hot. This is really the only place for that there. Don't like that much. Wait a minute. We can have an aeropod here. That is the better place. Aeropod deconstruct. Because then we can have a little bit of a Weezboard set up there. That is way better. It's gonna destroy the Great Hall until I finally get some plants in here again to have that a sweet plus 20 decor. Decor plus 2. Wait. Great Hall needs how much decor? I thought it just needed a flower pot and that's it. Let's see, decor item plus 20 decor. Good. So, for example, if I use furniture here, a crown molding is not going to be enough. Decor plus 5. Even if it's from ceramic, it's not going to be enough. I think. Good. Everything is here. Is this restricted to crew? No. Everybody can go in here. And everybody will go in here. Pretty sure. Once we're done with that stuff. I'm just gonna remove this now. See what happens. Yeah, it's only 300G like I thought. Alright, let's grab the gunk. Is there... Have a little bit of scalding, that's fine. Robo miner is now being cooled down. Good, so it's 300G. Good to know. 0.3 liquid crude oil. Enable drop, enable spill, enable ball party 8. Let's go and cool down that robo miner as well. And here we still have the 0 degrees, perfect. About 0 degrees. And this is all good now again. Right, we're ready for another takeoff. But let's fill it up first. This thing's gonna shoot. And it's almost full. 44. Oh man, this is taking too long. I'm not waiting for it to shoot. What is this? No gas output. That doesn't seem... Did this melt as well? The sedimentary rock there? Melted as well. Oh, there it shot. You saw it in black and white. Good. Let's grab the ventilation and do a gas pipe that's more resistant to things. Obsidian. Overheat plus 15. Ceramic. Overheat plus 200. Let's do a regular pipe from ceramic. Like so. Good. Connect it up. Perfect. Now, of course, the steam there will get released, but I'm not too worried. This is all an open base. The nuclear fallout is just a few gram. Let's not worry about it. It's very green here. Good. What about the plants? Plants are growing, except for this little one there. How come we're not heating up? Should have hot water coming in. 13 degrees is not that hot. Can we have hot water instead? 13 degrees. We're cooling it down. And if it's below, if it's below 50, well, doesn't matter. So these are overpressured. That's fine. We're not using up water. We should be using up water. What about the cold water here into the electrolyzer and the hot water there into the plants? Wouldn't that make more sense? Oh man, I kind of don't want to redo it. But we do have a little bit of stockage here now. It's very hot water. Yep. Good, let's pour it in. Let's pour in the hot water. Good, it's coming. 60 degrees. Oh yeah, we have a huge backup here. Huge backup there. And it's going permanently as well. Well, half the time it's going. Yeah, I would have to redo my water. I have cold water that's coming out. But it's not getting used up fast enough. That's a bit of a problem. What about this railing here? What we're gonna do have... No, we're not gonna do that. I meant to just connect this up there. That's a bad idea. I need to use up the water immediately before it freezes. There. In the pipes. What's the temperature here? We're just gonna leave it at 1 degrees and then we shouldn't have a problem. Good. This door can be deconstructed. But now I can never reach those pipes again there. Oh man. Should just connect this up. They're gonna freeze. It's gonna freeze. Maybe. Hopefully not. Let's just connect it up. So we did not build these pipes in vain. Bruce Wayne. Let's connect this up. And cut that. Good. So now we have a little bit of a more streamlined system. The water can stay there. So what is the temperature of the water that's coming after? 5 degrees. Oh man. The overflow is of course here. It's heating up nicely. Filling up the loop. Yeah, this is convoluted, definitely. It's not too bad, but I would have to find a different solution. Too many other places where I need the cold water. I should use a 50-degree cold water here, but the problem is I need to cool down this area here to 20 degrees for the sulfur. Alright, but I think also this might be a problem for another time. We did everything we wanted. Meteors are crashing in again, but we're safe. We're safe. We did everything we needed to do. It's very good. Can we not reach this? Nobody's coming to get this. That's fine. We have other things to do. This is being built and this is not. Unreachable. How come this is reachable and this not? Something going on there. Good. And they went inside of here? Hopefully not. Maybe they grabbed some stuff. But yeah. But we should put something in there before we forget. Because this is very important. This rocket needs to cool down. The oxygen in here is very hot. Oxygen that gets delivered inside of there is way too hot. Let's build some furniture. Flower pot from ceramic there. And we're gonna put in a Weezword. Alright, meanwhile, no joyous seed available. I think we got a navigational problem here. Let's see. Yes. Navigation problem because we don't have suits delivered here. They're gonna do it. Also, we're a bit wounded. Maybe we need more suits even. No, lead suit 7. We're good on the lead suit front. Very nice. Meteor damage. Rude. Oh, what the hell happened here? The meteor came directly here into that. That's great. So much for we're safe from the meteors. This broke everything. This one meteor broke everything here. It's gonna release the synthesis gas and everything. The ethanol is leaking out. A synthesis gas is escaping. Can I build this? No, I can't even build anything here. It's very quickly. Oh, come on. This is also when I said everything is safe here from the meteors, and then a meteor strikes right there, going through that tile diagonally. The game is like, you built diagonally, you cheater. So I'm gonna run the meteor diagonally as well. Good. 0.1 all liquid. Let's pour out a ton. 10 key liquid crude oil. Priority now. Enable our drop. Enable auto spill. Enable auto bottle. Current errand. And then we're gonna have a little bit of something on top. What is it gonna be? Petrol, of course. Liquid. Petrol, enable our drop, enable our spill, enable our bottle. No. My synthesis gas! Oh man, oh man. Yeah. This is where the meteor went diagonally. I don't know how to fix this. How to do this? Maybe double doors. I mean, how do you usually do this? With a vacuum lock. You have a double, don't you? Good. 10 key of crude oil. Let's go. Oh, it's just 6.7. Let's go anyhow. Oh, it dropped down there. Great stuff. Great stuff. Good. Let's replace this tile. Cannot. So get rid of the drywall. We need an overspill here. But then there's no room to walk there. Cannot have a wall. Disable the auto drop here. Do we have enough ethanol? Yeah, it's stuck. Good. This is ridiculous. Now it's high degrees and I don't want to deal with this. I really don't. I really don't. And this did not help anything. No, it helped. Maybe not. Maybe yes, maybe no. The ethanol cannot decide. Again, 10 key of liquid crude oil. Enable drop, enable spin. So how would this be better? I'm not sure. But the ethanol now is not doing anything. Minus degrees. Is there a better liquid? We should do mercury. Let's go downstairs and look at the mercury. Properties. Mercury is so much better than ethanol. Good. We're gonna try and get rid of the ethanol. Oh, this is so much ethanol. Let's have more accidents, please. Cancel this out. Let's not go into that space. None. Do it now. Good, we're gonna have 0.3 is enough. I'm gonna have our liquid lock again. my synthesis gas. Well, it landed on top of the ethanol and the nuclear fallout. Look at the gases there. Gonna see a synthesis gas, ethanol, and nuclear fallout. Specks of the stuff, and we also have a little bit of steam there. Good. That means I could have a pump here with a filter and save my ethanol. Let's do that. Ethanol. Save my synthesis. Let's do that. Deconstruct. Actually, why? I can stick it right there. Let's do it. Ventilation, gas pump, steel. Stick it right underneath. Centrally. Good. Get the gas pipe going. And then save my ethanol. Oh, I keep saying ethanol. Save my synthesis gas. Right. Automation from ventilation. Ventilation automation. Gas pipe element sensor. Good. Not ethanol? I keep saying ethanol. I have to stop. My brain is mush. So I'm gonna stop for today. The interface is lagging as well. A NOT gate there. An automation wire connected up. From aluminum. Are you kidding me? Lag some more. Steel, NOT gate. So if it's not synthesis gas, then this vent will be open. Priority 8. Do this before you do anything else. Priority 7 on this current project here. Why is nothing happening, man? Current errand, but I don't see it happening. Are we going? Aww. Tito Bims, it's your fault. You're too slow. Let's not have you go there. Tito Bims. You can leave, but you cannot enter. Oh man. So that's why. Now we got the crude oil. Petrol? Nobody wants to do it? Let's do it next thing. Tito, wait. You're still here. Hopefully you can grab something that is in the vicinity. Tell you what, Tito. Unequip your lead suit. Gonna be faster. Yeah, you're gonna get Scarlet. But that's what you deserve. Let's get the deliver suit there. Let's get the deliver suit there as well. Just so we have a lot of suits. NOT gate is up and running. Yeah, that almost killed you, Tito Bims. Almost dead. Let's have the liquid lock up and running again. So now we have a lot of ethanol here. But that's gonna get cooled down. Can we have a little bit of a base in there? I think that's a good call. Overheat damage. Overheat damage, what? Overheat damage. It's very hot. We have too much ethanol. Fantastic. So we should have an overflow for the ethanol and put it somewhere else. Maybe over here. No, we need to put it right there, don't we? Let's put it right there. In the vicinity. Get a ladder system up to there going. Dig out everything. And let's not forget the piping. Good. What is this? Aluminum. Sure. Overflow into there. And what the heck is this? We're done with that loop. Gonna get the mercury soon. We have a little bit of mercury collection here. The pump there as well. Right now it's getting pumped out into the other planetoid. But what we could do is, of course, pump it here into that canister and then have the cooling loop made up from mercury. And that's what I'm going to do in the future. Mercury cooling loops. Because ethanol is just garbage. Specific heat capacity 0.1. It's not very high. Thermal conductivity 8.3. Right. Ethanol to compare. Thermal conductivity. Bad? Which doesn't matter actually. The specific heat capacity is more important. So ethanol is a good coolant because the radiant pipes are responsible for the thermal conductivity. But I still want to do mercury because it's then stable and that's good enough for me. Doesn't need to be fast. Stable is even more important. Auto sweeper damage overheating. Deconstruct. Or reconstruct cooldown. This is crazy. This is crazy. Now the regular here is stuck there. Because the auto sweeper is broken. Let's enable the auto repair. Cancel deconstruct. Do this right now. I need this regolith out of there. It's heating up the area. Oh man, the colony is burning. But I'm out of time, you guys. Completely out of time. Good. What are we trying to do? Synthesis gas. Here we are. So it's not synthesis gas and light it out. Just need some power here. Connect it up with the steel wire. And we should have some automation there as well. We're not gonna have automation, we're just gonna let it go. Good, the regolith is out. And it's going out as well. So now we're gonna deconstruct them. And reconstruct. And then hopefully the crisis is over. And we can start rebuilding. Good, but I really don't want to lose my synthesis gas. But I'm gonna, am I not? Maybe we should close this off so we're not losing any gases. So the gas cannot spread. Right, meanwhile this thing is overheating, that's fine. And I need a little bit of spillage here for when the mercury finally comes and cools down the area, that the ethanol can build a pool down here and not here. That's gonna break liquid locks maybe. Good. So how can I reach this area? Right now there's no way, but I can make a way. Let's do that. Gonna get the ladder system up over to here. Can reach everything there. And wait, we're out of sandstone? No. Wait, what? Why are we building sandstone ladders? It makes no sense. Nonsense. What do we have as a material here? Granite, dirt, granite. Don't we have mafic rock down here? Not sure. Copper. What is this? Granite seems to be the way to go. Let's do that. Very good. So coming from down here, should we not go a straight line then? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it like so. That is good enough. And wait, we can go from here as well. We can go from there as well. Through here. Let's build it up. We should be able to reach this. Wait, why not? Ah, these ladders are not being built. Alright. Let's build this ladder first. All of them. Good. So we can reach everything again. And that's it. That's all from me for today. I hope you guys you guys enjoyed my misery, because my brain is mush. I cannot anymore. This is too much. Everything but the meteor killed me. I gotta be honest. It went through the diagonal gap, which is non-existent, but you can build diagonally, you can deconstruct diagonally, you can if it comes to tiles, and you can displace gases diagonally and debris. So it is possible, and the meteor thought it was possible too, and they were right. So they struck right there, and the regolith gunked up everything here, including the temp shift plate, and then exchanged heat with my cold chamber, broke the pipes, flashed the ethanol, and exploded the liquid lock. So that's what happened, and I hope you enjoyed. Because I sure didn't. But actually it's fine. This is the game. Cannot play the game without having things break. But it was brutal. Well, next time gonna be different. Until then, you guys have a great day and a good night.